Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I've got quite a few. I'm gonna jump right in. So the first one we're gonna talk about is this one here. This came from lovely Christine in a gorgeous smelly mailbox. This is Jean Paul Gaultier Classique Eau Fraiche. It's Gaultier Airlines Classique Eau Fraiche. So this is available on like the discount sites, but I think initially this was only available in duty-free stores, if I read correctly. It smells exactly like Classique to me. It doesn't have orange blossom in the notes, but I'm quite sure there's orange blossom in here. But it smells like a lighter, kind of more wearable version of Classique. It's an Eau Fraiche, but this thing performs like an X straight. I smelled this on myself for 24 hours. I wore this yesterday. So I washed it off yesterday when I took a shower, and I wore another perfume that we'll talk about in a minute, but it's really light. It didn't last a super long time or perform super well. And I don't think I put anything else on yesterday because I was just so busy. We are getting ready to move again, which is crazy. But anyways, when I took a shower today, it's been a full 2 days now since I wore this, I could smell this coming off of my skin again. So this thing is nuclear, it's crazy. I love this one because it's got a sugarcane note in it, and I adore sugarcane. It's, if you like Classique, but you want something a little bit more modern, fresh, and a little bit more wearable than the original Classique, I think you would really like this one. I absolutely adore this. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Perfect to wear all year round, and an absolute monster of a fragrance. So that is Jean Paul Gaultier Airlines Classique Eau Fraiche. Okay. This next one, I picked this up after I had had several people recommend this to me. This is a fragrance from Manera or Montel. I can't remember which one. Yeah, it's one of those. I think Manera. And this is called Tonka Cola. And I thought for sure I was going to adore this fragrance. And in the decant, I love the way this smells. The decant of this smells incredible in the bottle. On me, this pulled so heavily masculine that it actually made me kind of sick. It pulled very, very sweet on me, which I usually love, but it was a very sweet masculine scent. Yeah, it was not good on me. I'm gonna try this on my husband. I think that he will really like this. This thing is an absolute monster of a fragrance. That's usually what he's looking for. He does not want to have to reapply fragrance. He just wants to spray it on once in the morning and be done. And I think this is going to be a good one. He won't like it. If it ends up pulling feminine on him, he's not going to like it. But I don't know. It pulled very masculine on me. So this was a hard pass for me, though I do think it's a stunning fragrance. I think it's gorgeous. It just pulled too masculine on me. So yeah, anyways, that is Tonka Cola from, I believe, Manera. Okay, next I wore one of my Dior fragrances. This is Dior Vanilla Brandy. This is delicious. This is boozy stewed fruits and a ton of vanilla. It's sweet, it's fruity, but boozy. It's a boozy fruit. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. It smells like a boozy plum, like a boozy bright plum and vanilla. It is fantastic. This thing is an absolute beast. I smelled like this for a good 8 to 10 hours. I got complimented on this like 3 times in one day from complete strangers. It's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty. I love this fragrance. I don't wear it a ton because I forget that I have it, but I really, really enjoy this one. This is a great fall winter scent, especially if you're into sweet fragrances and if you want something a little bit lighter, but that's still really cold weather appropriate. So anyways, that is Dior Vanilla Brandy. Okay, and then I wore a whole bunch of the decants that beautiful Christine sent me. So this first one, this is the one that I wore yesterday. This is Lamborghini, Genevra Angel, Genevra White Angel, I think it's called, or something. This is beautiful. This is kind of sweet. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's sweet. I think it has a little bit of caramel or praline or something in it. It's just a really nice kind of sweet, easy to reach for fragrance. And yeah, I really liked it. It does not last that long. These are fragrances that I would buy just for the bottles though. They're really, really inexpensive. I think this one was like $11, and I'm really contemplating buying it just for the bottle. The bottles are really cool looking. I'll pop a picture up for you, but they look like little cats. I'm gonna test the one in the black bottle next, and yeah, I may end up picking these up because they're actually really nice fragrances. Didn't perform the best, but I have a feeling that these are perfumes that as they age are gonna get better, especially this one. I think it'll deepen up a little bit and just get more interesting over time. So yeah, I really, really liked this one. I only got maybe 3 or so hours out of it. But yeah, I still really, really enjoyed this one. And for the price, I mean, you can't beat like $11 or $13, whatever it was. So anyways, that is Lamborghini Angel. I think it's White Angel. Genevra White Angel. Okay, next I wore the Lattafa fragrances that she sent. The first one, this one is Shaheen Gold. This was another one that it smells incredible in the bottle, like in the decant, smells so good. But man, this did me dirty. When I sprayed it on, oh, it was so bad on me. And it was just totally my skin chemistry, because out of the bottle, I love the way this smells. But on me, this ended up smelling like a cheap men's cologne. It was terrible. Right after I sprayed it on, I hadn't even really gotten a sense of what was going on with it yet, but immediately after I sprayed this on, I walked into my bedroom where Charlotte was, and she immediately said, "Mom, what did you spray? That smells like cheap men's cologne." And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I stopped for a second. I kind of started smelling myself, and she was so right. It was so bad. So I immediately like went and started grabbing things to layer over it to try to fix it. Nothing could fix it though. Like I tried vanillas, I tried some like spicy fragrances, but nothing would fix it. It just smelled terrible on me, so I just had to roll with it and just smell like a cheap men's cologne for a few hours. It hung around forever though, because it is a Lattafa, so I literally smelled like this for probably 6 hours. Yeah, so smells really nice in the bottle. This is one I would test first, because if you've got skin chemistry similar to mine, I don't think you would maybe like this one. So anyways, that is Shaheen Gold from Lattafa. The other Lattafa she sent is called Cay Cay Alferson Unlimited. This one is fantastic. This one is sweet and a little bit powdery. It's a little bit perfumey. It's gorgeous. I don't really remember the notes in this one. I do think it's got a little bit of heliotrope in it, which is where the powderiness comes from. This one's really strong and it projects a ton, and I love this. I do want a full bottle of this. It performed amazingly well on me. It smelled so good on me, and I absolutely adore this one, and it's so inexpensive. I can't remember how, I linked it last time, but I remember seeing the price being like, oh my gosh, that's a crazy price. So yeah, this is an absolute winner from Lattafa. I really love this one. If you love a sweet, powdery, kind of slightly perfumey, but also just slightly gourmand leaning fragrance, I think you would love this one. It's beautiful. So that is Cay Alferson from Lattafa. And then next, this is the fragrance that I'm actually wearing today. This is Amouage Lyric, and she absolutely loves this fragrance. And this is stunning. This is a vintagey smelling, it's a very, very vintage smelling fragrance. It smells like your old 80s, like vintage perfumes. Your old Estee Lauders, some of your old drugstore fragrances. It's fantastic. As soon as I sprayed this on, it was like cozy heaven. This is what my childhood smelled like. I absolutely love it. This one though, once it gets to the very deep dry downs, a lot of that like really heavy vintaginess goes away. And you're just left with this beautiful, warm, cozy, slightly woody. Yeah, slightly woody, still a little bit vintage smelling, but it's warm, cozy, a little bit sweet, like skin sweet, if that makes sense, and kind of woody. It's really beautiful. I absolutely love this. It reminds me of my childhood. It's cozy, vintagey, super classy smelling, and I adore it. So that is, oh, and this thing, I've been wearing this for about 2 hours now, and it is still going very strong. I have a feeling I'll smell like this all day. I love it. So that is Amouage Lyric. Okay, next, I sprayed this on one evening. I just felt like an easy, like vanilla fragrance, and this is what I grabbed. This is from Shat Dior, and this is called Vanilla. I picked this up on the makeup store or makeup.com website. I love this. This is an easy breezy, slightly milky vanilla. I love it. It's such an easy to reach for. Yeah, it's such an easy to reach for fragrance. It is very alcohol heavy. When you first spray it, you're gonna get a massive blast of alcohol. But once that alcohol wears off, you're just left with this really beautiful, light, easy, slightly milky, sweet vanilla. I love it. It was like $3. $3 very well spent. Does not perform super well. You're only gonna get, I don't know, an hour or two out of it before you would need to reapply, but I don't mind. I usually just spray it on like in the evening or when I'm about to go to bed. It's just such a great scent. So anyways, that is from Shat Dior, and that is called Vanilla. And then another vanilla scent that I wore is my Montel V Absolute. I love this. This is a sweet, cakey, it's a sweet, cakey, kind of slightly heavy vanilla. I love this. If you love the smell of like cake batter or just kind of a really cakey vanilla fragrance, I think you would really like this. I really love it. I think it's fantastic. It is an absolute monster. I can get a good 8-10 hours out of this vanilla. And this is the fragrance that I reach for when I want to just smell like vanilla and I want it to last all day. This is the best performing vanilla that, yeah, I think this is the best performing vanilla that I have in my collection. It's so good. So yeah, that is Montel V Absolute. Okay, next, I knew I wanted to pull out one of my vintage, or one of my old, this one I don't think is considered vintage yet, but I wanted to pull out one of my old Miss Dior Cherie fragrances. And actually this isn't even Miss Dior Cherie, this is just Miss Dior. This is Miss Dior Oud Parfum. I think this is the 2012 formulation. Oh, this one is fantastic. This one is warm. It's like a warm floral with, I think, some patchouli in the base, but very light. A warm floral with a very slightly woody base. And it's got a really beautiful, clean, but syrupy quality to it. It's beautiful. I love this formulation. I haven't smelled the new one yet. I can't even believe I have not gotten my nose on the new one yet. I've heard really bad things about it though, so I haven't been in a rush to get my nose on it, but I love this one. I love most formulations of Miss Dior. I need to get the 2017 formulation. I think that's the only one besides the brand new one that I don't have in my collection. But yeah, I sprayed this one on in the evening. It was probably 5-ish or so, and I couldn't smell it anymore by the time I went to bed. So this one doesn't perform super well, but I did go to bed late that night, like 10, 11 o'clock or something. And I think I could smell it a little bit. Like as I was laying there, I was thinking, yeah, I can smell it a little bit. And I'm sure other people could have smelled it on me, but it just wasn't like super strong anymore, which is fine. I enjoy these fragrances. I love Miss Dior. I love the whole line, really. And yeah, this one is really, really beautiful. So this is Miss Dior Eau de Parfum, I think the 2011 or 2012 formulation. Next, I wore this one. I pulled this one out again. I haven't, I usually don't wear this more than like once a year, but I pulled it out. This is my DKNY Golden Delicious. I love this fragrance. This is one of my favorites. Probably my favorite. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite version of Be Delicious. It smells just like Be Delicious, but this one has a beautiful warmth to it. This one's a little bit more floral leaning than the others, but this has a really beautiful warm floral in the heart of it that is perfectly balanced with that delicious apple. But this one is just really, really warm, cozy, a little bit floral. This is an absolute monster. It lasts forever and I adore it. Yeah, so I pulled this one out again because I just wasn't ready to to say goodbye to this one yet. And I knew I needed to get a wear in before Thanksgiving because I knew after Thanksgiving I was not gonna pull this one again because this is solidly like a fall scent, like fall apples and leaves and all that, and I won't wear it like going into the Christmas season. It's just not, I don't know, I'm weird like that. So anyways, that is DKNY Golden Delicious. And then last but not least, I put it away and for whatever reason I didn't pull it out, but my Thanksgiving scent. I ended up going with Shalimar's Souffle. We ended up having a very warm Thanksgiving this year, so I was super sad that I wasn't able to wear one of my kind of heavier choices. So yes, out of all of the fragrances that I pulled, Souffle ended up being the best fit for the weather. I love Souffle, it's beautiful. I'll pop a picture up for you since I don't have the bottle in front of me. It's an absolute beast on me. I can get 8-10 plus hours out of that fragrance. It's warm and bright, but it's also kind of spicy, a little bit woody. It was just perfect. It was a perfect Thanksgiving scent. I really wanted to wear my Majda Bakali, but that's got a really prominent like pine, conifer, balsam, some kind of a tree note like that, and I couldn't wrap my mind around that for Thanksgiving. I could have if it had been colder, and also if we were going to be doing our Christmas decorating that day, which we did not because we're moving tomorrow. So we have not even been able to start decorating for Christmas yet. But yeah, you'll see that in an upcoming What I Wore Last Week video because it's gotten properly cold now, and well, hopefully. And yeah, I'm really excited to wear that fragrance between now and Christmas time because of that beautiful like tree note in it. But anyways, you guys, those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.